Starting. Podcast is starting in three, two, one, and welcome one and all to the Gamers at Large podcast. Here we are over here at episode 16. Man, it's been that many. And yep, we're still going live and still going strong. And in order to get our intros, I'm gonna go over there in order from my right to my left. We're gonna start off with Ed Bambi, 1977, aka Alex Montalvo. Do your thing, man.
Hey, yes, this is El Bambi 1977, also known now as the Metal Gamer, fan of Nintendo since 1985, and I'm here to talk a little bit about video games.
There you go, there you go. Real talk right there. Up next, we got our man over here. I call him Letters. You could call him Giovanni. What's up, Giovanni? And he's quiet. Noodle's gonna get somebody with their pants down. All
Forest
right.
Goose.
Okay, Giovanni, you there? And going twice. And skipping his turn and going up next with Jamie Butterworth. What's up, Jamie Butterworth?
Oh, what's up, guys? Jamie Butterworth, aka Butterworthy here. Actually, not cooking this week. Kind of just sitting my ass on the couch. That's about it.
There you go. A two-man's tradition on a Sunday. Alrighty, up next we got ourselves Jay. Jay, do your thing, Jay. He's the mighty number 9.
What's up, everybody? Hope y'all had a nice weekend. Cold as hell right now, but hopefully we'll have a nice hot little podcast for you this evening.
There we go, piping hot with intellectual goodness and silliness too. Alright, and up next we got the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. T.
Hey there, fools. It's Mr. T of the Mr. T Show. And I have some background noise. Hold on. Mr. T of the Mr. T Show. And I'm asking y'all fools to F the haters and just do you.
There you go. Up next we got ourselves Tobias. Tobias, aka the man, the myth, the legend known as the Shadow Fox. What's up, man?
What's going on with this Shadow Fox Prime, Shadow Fox Infinite? You know what it is.
Alright. And up next we got Vicky. What's up, Vicky? How you doing?
Hello everyone, it's Vicky from Fangirl Review. I'm happy to be here.
Alrighty. And up next, rounding out the whole podcast collection we got here, we got a podcast member extraordinaire, we got Nintendo the Ninzen Gamer.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, what's up? Good night, everyone, and thank you for tuning in, I guess.
Okay. And up last and I consider least, just me, humble old me, QMC, Quan Manchu, ready to sit up here and get this little party started. And just to get ourselves situated here, and yeah. Oh, hold up. We got somebody popping in. You have a new challenger. Hold on, we got a new challenger. Let's see, hold on a second, real quick. Oh, wait. Hey, Giovanni, are you finally at your mic? No.
And it sounds like is somebody at the club?
I need to put some pictures on some milk boxes, man.
Have you seen
Let's go
this
still
podcast?
14, 17, Jay.
Okay. Rashidi, you there?
14, 17.
Rashidi, you there?
Somebody's there.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello?
Rashidi.
Hello? Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, there you go. Give us a mic check. Give us a mic check and then give us an intro.
Alright, mic check. No, I'm just playing.
Okay.
Back to my toilet. I think I gotta. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
we can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear
Yes,
you.
we can hear you.
We're waiting for you to give you your intro.
Oh, my fault. It's been acting weird. So, what's up, people? I'm Rashidi, also known as Just Real Arc Knight 880. I'm gonna try to contribute however I can. Hope you guys enjoy the podcast.
Alrighty. And if only Giovanni can intro himself and can get things going, otherwise we're just gonna have to just go on ahead. Okay, just to let you know that's Giovanni, aka Letters, as I call him. I just call him
You said
Letters.
That's why I was confused. When you said Giovanni, Quan.
Oh, I'll say it. Go ahead, man.
It's Andre.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was confusing you with Giovanni. My bad, Andre.
Oh, Quan, come on, man.
My bad. I Perdóname.
I thought you was talking about somebody.
Okay.
Where's Giovanni?
Okay,
Nah, I
see you,
thought you
everybody.
were Giovanni.
If I would have look, if I didn't even think about it. The G and the V, I wasn't thinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm
man.
saying.
Okay.
All I saw is the
I'm
letters,
gonna do my quick intro. I
Okay,
apologize.
do it. Go ahead, Andre. Dad, I knew I was confusing you with somebody. I forgot who.
All right.
Get a new moderator.
Oh.
Andre of GBGI&U, thanks for having me on the podcast. Obviously, I got mixed up with someone else, so we didn't know I was here. I was a ghost for a minute.
And we got Rashidi popping in and out. Wow, we got all sorts of technical difficulties going on, as well as snafus. Oh well, hey, that's what keeps things interesting.
I know somebody got a good laugh. I know I am.
Alrighty. Let's see. Who gonna have with the first topic for the evening? Anybody got an interesting topic they would like to share?
Well, actually, I got one. I got one from like one of our listeners out there. Twilight Bites.
Okay.
He actually did a video this week. He's a new YouTuber, and he actually brought up an interesting thing about the Zelda series, like actually making Link like either a Gerudo or somebody else of another of the races of Hyrule. And what would we think about that if like Nintendo was to go into that direction? Me personally, I think it'd probably be a good idea just to like switch things up. You know, especially seeing as how it goes with the story of him and Zelda always being reincarnated.
You know, the thing is, though, technically there is a Link that is a Goron.
Yeah, kinda.
Kinda. Technically there is one.
Kinda.
I'm not gonna get into which particular Zelda that is. For those of you guys who are into little Zelda trivia, you know who it is. If you played it. I'm not gonna sit up here and say which one, but yeah, there is technically a Link that is a Gerudo.
It's not a recent Zelda, is it?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not a reason.
All right, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about then.
Yeah.
Because I bought a recent one, and it does, I haven't played it yet, so.
Spoiler alert.
Thanks for that.
Hey, as many Zeldas as there are, trust me, the odds of somebody guessing it is going to be a little slim. Unless you played the series, you will.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about now.
Okay.
And by the way, masks not included.
Yeah, okay. I'm still on it.
Yeah, but he brought that up, and I thought it was actually interesting because I know like a lot of people. Well, basically, what brought it up was I think the way the video went, and I'm trying to remember it, was like what would happen if they made like Link black or say Latino or something like that. Like how would that how would that work in the Zelda series?
Okay.
Basically, was what his question was.
Okay, I'm confused about the Link being Latino because I doubt there's Spanish in Hyrule.
I can guarantee you one thing though, that the Twitter sphere would blow up with angry elves.
Oh Lord! I thought you're gonna be like, man, all these Latinos taking all our elf work.
First Nick Fury, now, oh man.
Oh Lord! But I'll tell you something right now. Okay.
We got some cheerers on the podcast.
Too many cheering.
Okay, so bottom line is though, it would be interesting to see some other type of like species / race being represented, as a hero in the whole, mythos, as it were, of Legend of Zelda. And who knows, maybe that might be the premise behind that new game, Hyrule Warriors.
That might
be. Yeah.
That's actually a good way to go with it.
I mean, yeah, that would be kind of sharp because I'm gonna be honest with you. I would love to see exactly what kind of weapons Zora would have, and and so on.
Well, you kind of do have an idea already. In Majora's Mask, Link had turned into that Zora, and I believe he had those fins that he could use as blades, right?
Yeah, the fin.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, by the way, I had to correct something. I said Gerudo when I meant Goron.
Right. Yeah.
I had to correct that.
Hey, you can bring in some Gerudos as well.
Gerudos would actually be interesting. We talked about it on the video.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Link and Zelda are supposed to be reincarnations of themselves all the time. Every game they're a reincarnation. So, what would happen if the reincarnation went somewhere else?
Oh.
Exactly. How would they be raised? What type of hero would they become? How would they fight?
Or is it more or less what would people's reactions be?
Pretty much, yeah. Because like I said though, people like I said are hard to please nowadays. Everybody figures that they got this whole thing with Legend of Zelda. A lot of people might think if it isn't broke, don't fix it, that kind of thing. Other ones would be like, hey, anything that's refreshing would have changed. That's why, when they were changing the whole direction with the Link Between Worlds and how they were handling the dungeons, bringing it back to the old method where you could basically go out of order execution. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you could go and execute the dungeons out of order, that people were afraid that people would not well, if they missed the hand holding that there was with the power ups. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm confused. Are they talking about this as a possibility, or is there something they're looking into?
No. It was just a question that was brought up on the video.
Okay.
Yeah, just thoughts.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it would be interesting.
That would be very interesting, though. Yes.
Yeah.
Personally, for me, it wouldn't affect me much. As long as the game played right, I really wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't care either, but I think some Nintendo fans will have a massive breakdown.
They changed
go to Twitter and lose their minds.
They have a massive breakdown about everything.
They changed No, Zelda's ruined. We can't play it anymore.
I refuse to play Zelda because his color is different.
They went crazy when Link had to
play as Zelda herself.
I would refuse to play. I would refuse to play Zelda because he's not supposed to be a dude. I'd rather play Zelda as a female.
A lot of people don't remember, but when Link when they went to the Wii, he had to go right hand. We got upset about that.
Yeah, that's true.
They're nitpicking whether he was right-handed or left-handed. What if he's ambidextrous?
That's what I was going to say. Like, he should be anyhow.
That's why he should be rocking double blades. Why not?
I think Miyamoto said it wasn't canon because the whole reason they did that was so people could play with the Wii remote.
Right, it was for the Wii remote, and then people got really upset though.
But honestly, they could have made it left-hand playable too.
Yeah, they could have just switched the settings. It's not that hard.
But the thing wasn't that serious. When people were
it wasn't that serious. That's
no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't anything to get all twisted up about, but people did it anyway.
I still think Zelda should stay a girl.
but Zelda is a girl, Quan.
What about transgender? They're not
you delve into a new realm and people will get mad.
Now you get into some Final Fight stuff.
So what about a girl turning
with poison in the dudes?
Into a girl. I don't know. A female hero.
That would be interesting, a female hero,
Have the Zelda be a prince and have Link be a girl.
That would be interesting. That would be,
or at least make
for one
Zelda playable for a while. Kind of switch off and carry the story.
Storytelling, yeah.
That would storytelling, big time.
I love Resident Evil without the zombies.
Yeah. Was it just me? But did anybody think that Zelda was going to be playable in Skyward Sword? Because y'all split up quite a bit, and there was a lot of stuff that she had to do. I was just waiting for them to say, "Okay, you have her now."
Exactly.
I never thought
it had been awesome, but
that would have been great.
What they should have done, they should have done that, let you split the characters up, but then let you choose at certain events which character you wanted to play with, and play their story.
Exactly.
That would add a lot of replayability to the game.
And that's what I mean by the whole Resident Evil thing, where you split the character's story path and you get to see one thing from one perspective and the other from the other. That's why I said sans the zombies, of course.
If I had my choice, I wouldn't play as Link or Zelda. I'd play as Impa.
Oh.
You talking about Ninja Impa though?
Yeah, Ninja.
Yeah, Ninja Emperor.
Not old lady.
Not old lady.
Not Zelda 1 Emperor.
Oh, Lord.
Not old nursemaid Impa.
Oh, her bursitis. She's going to have the bursitis attack. She's going to sit up here. She's going to hit you with that big old gigantic tassel of hair she got. That braid. That clock braid.
Hey, man, you know that's a new style. That's that new style. That's that new style.
Dude, I'm telling you, I thought she was going to go all Yoda in a second and do like a mind trick for a second. Oh, Lord.
Heck, I would love to be able to play as Ganon in a Zelda game.
I was not gonna say that'd be interesting.
As a whole adventure, not like what they're doing with Hyrule Warriors.
How he
Well, you
built
kind
up
of did.
to become.
A whole adventure.
I mean, like how
Hey.
he got.
Legend
How
of
he
Bruce.
became.
Okay, so
Like a
basically, like went from when he was
Tail.
young to when he went crazy.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm more thinking. Someone
Exactly.
said.
Have him like fight all these enemies. Have messed up
Someone
stuff
said
happen to
Ganondorf.
him.
Play as Ganondorf.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah, but you're almost
Yeah.
there already because you get to play the Legend of Groose. I mean,
Oh, Lord, no, not Groose.
Yo, actually, instead of the whole adventure, I'm thinking more of was it Modern Warfare 2 that had you play as the bad guys and just shoot up that whole airport?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, kinda. You're
Kinda.
more of a spy.
Right.
Embedded.
Well, I'm thinking.
Black Ops 2.
Yeah, let me play as Ganondorf and let me play the moment he takes over.
You know, it could,
Well, there's a problem with that. Like the if you go by like how they did it, like he kills everybody.
Right. That's my point.
Everybody. So
wait. I think I know how it would work. If you
You'd be
look at
Darth Vader.
who remembers in GTA 4, if you look at the two expansions, the Ballad of Gay Tony and the Lost and the Damned, how they did things from different points of perspective of the characters.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking
The
for.
main
Something like that.
protagonist. That would work. Something like that would work. As some type of maybe large-scale DLC/expansion where you actually see things from the different perspective of maybe a secondary character or even an enemy character.
Oh, I didn't even think about DLC. That'd be a great idea for DLC.
Yeah, that would be really good.
See,
I would
something
look.
yeah.
That would be something I would pay near full price for if they did it.
If they pulled it
They
off
did it
right.
well, yes.
Yeah.
It'd be another
as long as they
Half-Life.
do it right.
But you know what? People will still complain because it doesn't have online multiplayer.
Yep.
But that's what
Killing me
Hyrule
with that.
Warriors is for. That's to fill that gap.
Killing me with that. You got this platforming and it's very specific with the timing. It barely works local multiplayer and you want it online. Are you serious?
Yes, we want it online. Damn
I
it.
just want my granddaughter to let me have my game back.
Man, common sense is uncommon.
She
I
still
don't
hasn't
even
let me
want
have.
to touch that anymore.
Well, Little Big Planet does it, and clearly they have the exact same physics as Mario.
Silence is golden.
These jumps are so floaty.
Trolling to begin in 3, 2, 1.
That would be my reason to play online with somebody else with Mario, so I could do that.
Just so you can destroy their whole
Troll, like him up. I mean, that's what you're doing, troll.
Look, play good all the way to the end of the level, and then just jump and grab people and throw them in pits.
Okay, this is gonna bring me to my topic. This is definitely gonna bring me to my topic, which is this: Nintendo, even when they're right, they're wrong. The bottom line is they can't win for losing. That's the bottom line. Whenever they do anything, remember, people, they're going to basically be wrong. That's my opinion. Because I've seen people do that. They'll sit up here, Nintendo will give them multiplayer. Oh, well, it's tacked on. Nintendo takes out multiplayer because they figured that it'll base too much development time tied up on it. They'll complain because normally something where it doesn't fit, where it's local co-op, they're going to want online multiplayer anyway. They're gonna want all the bells and whistles. If it's something like a racer game, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be mad that it doesn't have realistic fit. It's always something. You never run
But look,
out.
then Wave Race had realistic physics, and everybody bought Bloodwake anyway.
Wave Race. Oh my God. Now you're taking me back. But you know, like I said though, you know, people are always gonna complain, and I'm not gonna lie, I'd be guilty of that too. Because I, for the fun of it, I took out my GameCube and I started looking around through my GameCube games, and wouldn't you know it, Star Fox somehow managed to fight itself inside the system.
Which one? Adventures or
Assault?
Assault.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
Assault.
Okay,
What? Where are you going? Adventures. And I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I suffered through this. I like.
Oh,
What, Adventures?
Where are you
you didn't
going?
like Adventures?
No, Tricky got on my last nerve.
Oh.
that was my one pet peeve, was Tricky. I mean, oh my god, I would turn down the TV just because of Tricky.
Dude,
That doesn't last that
Tricky
long.
was better than Navi.
Oh, hey, listen.
You can't shoot it because she's so small.
Oh Lord, I'm just telling you something right now, though. That was the one thing that irritated me about Star Fox Adventures. I gotta say, was Tricky's annoying little self. Other than that, I mean, I was cool with the game and everything. You know what I'm saying? And the graphics held up pretty well, even after all these years. They held up fairly decently, you know, for an older title. You know, obviously it's old. You know, it's PS2/GameCube era game. You know, it's only gonna hold up but so far. But I mean, it held up pretty decently in my opinion.
That game came out in 2002.
Adventures?
2000.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's still a pretty game.
Very
some of the
pretty
water effects in that game is still good, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would have been better if it had online multiplayer though.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, don't even get me started. And it has to have at least 64 people on the screen at the same time online multiplayer. Oh, cross game chat.
Yeah, gotta have cross game chat. Yeah.
64 players makes the game better.
Fine. Let's not forget that first shading is not possible in that game because the GameCube doesn't have pixel shaders.
Oh Lord. But like I said though, it was an awesome game for its time. And like I said, I can still see myself playing it with no problem whatsoever. There is one game that did a sort of a nod to Zelda that I tried to play, and I couldn't really do it again. I don't know why I couldn't bring myself to do it, and that would be The Hobbit. I was trying to sit up here and go for that whole Hobbit thing, and decided to play The Hobbit. Who remembers The Hobbit?
Dude, you've been playing the same two GameCube games I've been playing. I recently got back on The Hobbit. I was playing Star Fox Adventures again.
Mm-hmm.
I just jumped back into The Hobbit a couple days ago, just messing around with it a little bit.
Hits, great minds think alike.
That's weird, man. That's weird.
Yeah, but I'm telling you something right now, though. Like I said, it's pretty cool. Oh, by the way, real quick, we're gonna have somebody that has to bow out for the evening early, and that would have to be Jamie. Jamie, you wanted to do a quick sign out before you go?
Yeah, I just gotta get out tonight, guys. Can't hang around for the full duration, unfortunately. But as always, check out my channel, Butterworthy. It's quickly growing and good stuff.
You got a nice intro going on there.
I know, I got a pretty badass intro, T.
Wow. Shameless promotion.
Shameless promotion. There you go.
Double promotion. Double shameless promotion. He's giving us an extra helping.
I will say something. That intro is responsible for a wasted mouthful of water. I was like, what the hell is that?
Oh man! Now I'm getting all jelly in here. Oh man! But like I said, we're gonna see you next time though, and probably hit you up later on this week if you want, though.
All right, sounds good. I'll catch you guys later.
All right, later.
Right. Peace.
Word.
Hey guys, if any of y'all could actually find Star Fox Adventures new somewhere, hold on to it because it's about $100 on Amazon right now.
Oh wow! Really?
New?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mine's in like new condition, so yeah.
So,
but I'm not selling it.
Oh no, that's the last rare game on the Nintendo.
Yeah, that's the last one.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Alrighty.
Well, I wish they were back. Oh well. I never get that Jeff. What's Gemini I wanted?
Oh man.
Even if we got them back, it wouldn't be the same team anymore. So, because a lot of those people left.
But I say that I agree with that. But I think if it's Nintendo's working on it.
Believe me, they'll make it right.
They'll make it right. I think they'll tweak it and make sure it's right. So for me, I just want. Like you said, the team isn't really there anymore. I just want Nintendo to have Rare so they can have those IPs and they can start doing things with them again. So
yeah, a Nintendo Killer Instinct would probably be a lot better.
Man, yeah.
I mean, I do like the one that's out now, but
hand it over to Retro or something and
let them do it.
Okay. Well, like I said, there's like a whole bunch of games out there, a lot of IPs that that I would like to see Nintendo bring to the fore and all that. Who would love to see a Mario Strikers again?
I'd play it.
I'll play it.
Nah,
You guys remember Mega Man Soccer?
Mm-hmm. No. That's Mario Strikers is just basically just Mario Strikers. That's it. This
No,
Mario
I
Soccer.
know that. I know that. I just had
there-
a ADHD moment. So.
Is there one on the Wii? I have one on GameCube. Is there one on the Wii?
Charge was on the Wii.
Was it one on GameCube? Was it was
missed that
Strikers online? I forgot.
I don't think so.
There was only a couple of games. It
Yeah,
was like 3 or 4 games that were online.
On GameCube, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it that one or was it the? It was something else that was online. I don't think it was that one.
Fantasy
Star.
Yeah,
Fantasy Star.
All 3 of the Fantasy Star games and
I think that was the only one on GameCube that was.
The Kirby ride.
It was Kirby.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then there was a Japanese game that they never made it over here.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Kirby was online?
Yes.
That's Nintendo for you, huh?
And people hacked Mario. People hacked Double Dash to change the system link to be tunneled to play online. So.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something right now though. Like as far as Fantasy Star, that Fantasy Star version, I played the Blue Burst. I'm telling you something right now. I would love to see a Fantasy Star again brought out onto a Nintendo console. But you know, there's one thing. There's one thing though. Speaking of online, and it's sad that Jamie's not here to bring it up. But you know, I couldn't help but bring it up because he made a video regarding it using T's new intro, plug. But the thing is, you know, it was the whole thing going on with, you know, Dragon Quest X. You know what I'm saying? Dragon Quest X is not making it here, not being localized, and I really see no reason why it isn't.
I thought it was. It was just taking a minute.
Not from what I've read. I've never read anything that said it was coming over. Square Enix wouldn't bring it.
There's no indication of it coming over.
Oh, a while ago, it was supposed to be localized for both the Wii and the Wii U for over here. I know the Wii version first, and they didn't announce it to be a Wii U title until this time last year.
Yeah.
I hope you're right.
Yeah.
That right there would be an awesome game to get some good old co-op going on in there. Because I heard that the way they do it is that basically like the first few levels you play on there, you play offline, similar to like how Monster Hunter is set up where you play offline, except for you cannot play it exclusively offline. You know what I'm saying? It's like the first maybe 10 levels or something you can do offline or whatever, and then after that you have to play online.
Yeah, that's how it goes. That's from what I read. From what I read, that's how it goes. Like you play the first, I think it's like the first 2 quests, or you can do offline. Then the rest of it has to be online. So it's just like the first 2 quests.
Oh, the first 2 quests? I thought they would be more generous than that.
No, it was just the first 2 for the warm, because basically the tutorial was the first 2 quests.
Yeah. Ouch. I thought they would give us levels. Oh, ouchie, ouchie, McOuch, ouch. No
that's
wonder.
old school. That's old school. That's old school.
Jump
Square
in
Enix.
and do your best.
Yeah, that's old school Square Enix. That ain't this new school Square Enix.
Oh, you mean the Square Enix that's going to put Tomb Raider on PS4 and Xbox One?
Dude, the definitive of it, the
definitive version is at that.
version, okay? This time you can actually see the cuts as they're being made.
But to that same token, wouldn't take the time to innovate the gameplay and put it on the Wii U. That just made too much sense.
Because the Wii U does not have the install base, and on top of that, it didn't give us the extra $3 billion we asked for.
Wait a minute. What are you saying? Are you saying Wii U is selling less than the other next generation consoles? Is that?
I'm saying that they haven't paid us.
5.1.
I mean, come on, Nintendo. You saved Square once. Can't you save us again?
I mean, geez, you got the pockets for it.
Oh Lord, I'm just telling you something right now. But one thing's for sure, I definitely want to see Mighty Number 9 and things like that. A lot of more indie titles being brought over to the Wii U and basically expanding its library. But there's one title that I haven't even heard too much in a long time about that I'm wondering if you guys heard anything new about. And yeah, it's been a while since I heard something about this title, and like I said, to me, I'm starting to run out of faith whether it's going to be released or not. Cryamore.
Cryamore is going to be released. They keep doing updates on Facebook.
Yeah.
They just did an update on Facebook. You got to go to Facebook to look at the updates, though.
Oh, no wonder.
Great.
Well, welcome aboard, Gilligan. How you doing, man?
Do you guys miss me?
No.
Always a nice guy, huh, Mr. T?
Hey, Quan.
Yeah.
I didn't want to double back, but regarding the Dragon Quest X, it was in Nintendo Power that I read. Satoru Iwata said that just like Brain Age, he wanted to bring it to the West. And somebody interviewed, I think Famitsu interviewed one of the producers of Square Enix, and they said, of course, it'll be coming to the West.
Dude, let me tell you something right now. They better bring it, because I tell you right
now.
It'll
take them a long time.
They made on that install base to be a little higher.
Pull that crap and switch it over to like PlayStation and Xbox.
I mean, it's an MMO though. Like it takes a while.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true though.
You gotta get the servers and stuff ready then.
You gotta get the servers ready. You gotta get the localization done just right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that might take another year or two. Damn.
Because we don't want no more. All your base are belong to us. We don't want no more.
Or any of the wonderful, colorful dialogue that the first Resident Evil on PlayStation had.
Oh Lord!
Oh, man.
Chills, the master of unlocking. But come on, you gotta like the campiness, even when they make a couple of mistakes in translation.
I love that stuff. That's funny to me.
Yeah, that is funny. I'm not saying that's bad. I crave the cheesiness.
Yeah.
I just think today's gamer would be too uptight about it. They wouldn't want it.
Yeah, I mean that's a shame that everybody's so uptight nowadays that they don't want to sit up here and have something with a little bit of, I don't know, a giggle factor to it.
I miss those old school kung fu flicks.
I mean, I don't know if you guys know about Kid Icarus Uprising. People were crying about the commentary in that with the what's the name?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Really?
cutesy and funny.
It's cheesy, the cheesy kind of 90s.
I love the dialogue in Kid Icarus Uprising.
Those are the same people that did the dialogue in like the Paper Mario game. So I mean, they're gonna be smartasses about it.
Right.
I mean.
Oh Lord! But like I said though, they need to loosen up a bit. But anyway, getting back onto the whole swing of things. Everybody else got a topic?
Oh, I actually got one.
Okay.
Speaking of Jamie Butterworth and what have you, I'm not sure you have watched his latest video. But,
yes, we did. We were just talking about Dragon Quest.
It's not about Dragon Quest. It's about the whole local multiplayer, online multiplayer thing.
Okay.
And basically how I think that, it's kind of sad that Sony and Microsoft aren't really focusing local multiplayer as much as they used to be. And Jamie Butterworth has said that, yeah, sure, people have gave Nintendo crap for not focusing online as much as they should, but at least they're not sacrificing local multiplayer as a whole. And honestly, they're doing a much better job of trying to focus on both of the aspects of multiplayer compared to Sony and Microsoft, in my opinion at least.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the focus on local multiplayer, I guess a lot of people don't like to be armchair bandits, armchair warriors, or whatever, like back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I guess they don't like having friends right next to them.
It's not only that, it's also the fact that today people don't want to play games or buy games just to play online. I know friends that buy Call of Duty and they never play the single campaign, they only play online.
Hold on real quick. It's somebody dragging dead bodies or something.
Yeah, what's going on?
Who's dragging a dead body?
Somebody's got their
Already told me. Not mine. What's going on?
Somebody go on mute.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, so listen. I don't even know.
Please stand by.
Do a little humming song first or something.
Okay, we still have an echo.
A little bit of music.
Let me see something here.
I got a topic, and it's also regarding Jamie. Well, one of Jamie's podcasts.
Okay, hold on a second. I just wanted to test this out. Yeah, I found the culprit.
Okay,
Vicky, you might want to adjust your mic. You're echoing.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, go for it.
Is my voice quality sounds better now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good.
You're good.
All right, let's move on.
Okay.
Let's go back to where we.
Floor is yours, man.
I meant that let's just go back to where we were talking about. The.
We got you.
The topic.
Moving right along.
We got you, bro.
All right.
Go ahead.
Okay.
And everybody's quiet again.
This is the part where you talk.
Okay, who was doing the next topic?
That was me. I was talking about Jamie's topic. He did a podcast a while ago with another guy, and it was about misconceptions in the gaming industry.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I saw that.
Yeah, there tend to be quite a few of those, and one of them actually Dr. Trey actually touched up on not too long ago, and for whatever reason, a lot of people believe that the Wii U would be just fine without the gamepad. And,
yeah, I recently watched that today myself.
I think they'll be fine.
Yeah,
They'll be just as fine as the Xbox One is right now. It'll be just fine.
No. To be honest, I think Nintendo probably would have been in a worse spot with the exact same system and just throw in the Pro Controller instead of the gamepad. That's a dumb move.
That's a real dumb move.
Like, they banked on being unique. Why would they take the uniqueness out of their console to please a bunch of people who don't give a crap about them in the first place?
The uniqueness, that one feature that makes it unique, actually works.
Yes.
But see,
what
you're failing to understand is Michael Pachter is saying that's the reason why this whole thing is going on like this. They're not going to sell for 20 million units by 2016, according to Michael Pachter.
Well, they're pretty close to 6 million right now. So
they'll at least be 12 behind it next year.
Well, the funny thing about that
is ridiculously good for so many reasons.
The funny thing about that is, like, people complain about the gamepad, but what's going to happen when people start using the Surface as their secondary screen with the Xbox One?
Oh, it's fine. It's fine then.
It's fine then.
No problem, even though it doesn't have any buttons.
Yeah, what you're going to do when the Vita is used as a secondary screen for the PS4, and I'm going to tell you right now, I have a Vita, that screen is not big enough. But that's just...
Again, you gotta remember, that's one. Every time something isn't doing well, isn't selling well or whatever, and Wii U is actually selling well now, but every time something starts off not selling well, people find, well, maybe this is the problem. Well, this is the problem. Remember the 3DS? The 3D was the problem. People were saying the 3D was the problem.
Okay,
but no.
Isn't the 3DS the highest selling thing out now?
Yeah, but that's the point I'm making. When something isn't doing well, people nitpick it apart and say, well, this is the problem.
Yes,
the power of the Wii U is not the problem. GameCube proves that. Okay?
Well,
third parties were not there for GameCube, and there was nothing wrong with GameCube's power.
Oh, okay. But I thought GameCube's power, relatively speaking, was on par, if not way above, the other consoles.
Yeah, yes.
It was more powerful than PS2.
PS2 was way weaker than both the Xbox and the GameCube.
All you gotta do is play Resident Evil 4 on these consoles to see that difference.
Yeah, that one tells us Symphonia.
Exactly.
No, I think the biggest game that proved that was Soul Calibur 2 when you looked at all three of them side by side.
Yeah.
But then they'll say it was the small discs. Like making multiple discs is a hard thing to do. I mean, it's not. I mean, the gamepad is not the problem with the Wii U. It's not.
Yeah.
It was
No,
the
it's
games,
not.
and now it's selling because it has games. That's how it works.
Essentially, the entire difference between the Surface and the gamepad and why everyone likes doing that, it really comes right back down to the differences in the same product. You got two cigarette companies, one saying, okay, my cigarettes smoke good, and that guy's doesn't. Choose us and kill yourself our way.
Pretty much.
Essentially.
Kill yourself cool.
Yeah, exactly.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
And please sign this so you can't sue us.
One of the other major misconceptions, though, that I've noticed is people that have never played Wii U, they tend to think that there's no online.
It's so stupid.
Wow.
I mean, you have to look really hard now to find a game like a port that doesn't have online on Wii U, or a game that doesn't feature some type of online on Wii U. Even the offline games like Mario, things like that, Miiverse is incorporated still. So you got to try really hard to where your Wii U doesn't connect to the internet while you play your game. Something will be there.
I'm telling you right now, one of the things that really kills me with like I told you guys before in the past, watching my granddaughter for the first time seeing somebody's ghost character run right past her.
That's funny. That's funny stuff.
Oh Lord! And then she sits up here all shocked. She's like, "Hey, look, it's my friend." And she
I had one of my subs tell me that my ghost showed up in his Super Mario 3D World, and it showed him where one of the green stars was. He didn't know. So, I mean, that's some cool stuff, man. That's
Good stuff.
Nice.
And yet, Mario 3D World still needs online multiplayer. Says the minority.
Which reminds me, I gotta add
Says people who live by themselves and have no life. Or they can't invite somebody over.
No, I can't. I cannot invite anybody over. All my friends stay 5 states away.
Yeah, because when you grow up, you don't got no friends in your state no more.
Oh, no.
I mean, well, you know, the fire code specifically states only one person in the attic at a time.
Don't do it.
Be nice.
No duck hunting tonight, please.
Oh Lord! Almost with the whole episode.
Oh no.
You know, that reminds me. Okay, I've heard the fuss about, you know, people complaining about Mario Party for the 3DS not having online multiplayer.
Yeah,
but you know what's funny? I decided to rent it from GameFly, right? You know, I would say that I think it's okay, but
damage control.
I think it's okay, but I really don't think it wouldn't make it any better if it had online multiplayer or not, because the game itself was entirely luck-based, even more so than the previous Mario parties. So
was it as bad as Wii Party U as far as luck-based?
I think I haven't played Wii Party U as much like that. I haven't really played much of Wii Party U. I did play it in Nintendo World, but I didn't really like play it as much to have a full-fledged opinion on that one. But I'm gonna say that I have played the previous Mario parties, and I gotta say the luck in the 3DS one, I think it's worse. It's like you could be like, how I put this? You could be like winning, like in the first half, and then all of a sudden, like
a blue shell hits you. Sorry.
Yeah, that blue shell. Let's just say the blue shell effect happened instead of the butterfly effect. The blue shell effect. Blue shell effect happened, and you just like can't come crumbling down. And your CPU
Point here on the Gamers at Large podcast.
Okay, so essentially,
that's pretty much every Mario Party, though, ain't it?
Yeah, what you're saying is a Fire Emblem type effect happened to you. Your character misses a 98% hit rate, and this dude over here on 5% hits you, criticals you, and kills you.
Yeah.
That happens a lot.
Some of the minigames are so bullshit. Like, seriously.
Bull crap.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Pardon my
BC, not BS.
Pardon my French. I'm so sorry. Pardon my French. It's bull crap.
Well, I mean, I'm going to disagree with you on that because I think it should have online multiplayer, being the fact that unlike the home console, where you're gonna have a bunch of controllers, everybody sitting around, makes more sense that it's it's a local multiplayer. Not everybody's household gonna have 3, 4 3DSs sitting around.
That's true.
Play locally.
That's
So
understandable.
for that type of game, that's the reason I didn't buy it. That's this is coming from a Nintendo fanboy like myself. I didn't buy it for that simple reason that type of game, at least for that system, because for the reason I stated, should have online multiplayer. Because you're not going to find a household with 4 different 3DSs in it usually.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
If you do, I would like to know.
I would say that, Mr. T, I respect your opinions.
Wow.
Nice.
So,
okay.
So Mario Party is just pretty much that gray area when it comes to the people who want online for it or people who don't want online for it. So I personally just don't care much for the series anyway, so I'm not really gonna buy it anyways, even if it did have online multiplayer. So,
well, I think if you're gonna put online multiplayer on Luigi's Mansion, Mario Party should have online multiplayer.
Yeah. All right.
All right, dead air.
Yeah.
Has everybody in deep thought about that?
I just wanted to close with the misconceptions thing while I had a chance. Real quick, I want everybody to kind of, if you can, off the top of your head, think about how many games are rated M for the PS4 and the Xbox One at launch, and then I want you to think how many games were rated M for the Wii U at launch, and just think about that for a second. If you can come up with a number in your head, then there's a misconception that's also there, and that was the whole "Hey, Nintendo is kiddie" kind of thing. So I kind of dig a little digging just to see, and Wii U had like 2 more M-rated games during this launch time than Xbox One and PS4.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh Lord!
I can use this.
And those were year-old games.
Yeah, and quite a few of them.
That doesn't count because that was a year ago, man.
It doesn't count.
Because they're old.
That's too long ago.
Thank you, Shadow Fox. You have just made me a very happy man. I can use this.
Yeah, and I have.
I didn't even think of that. That's a good point.
I have a picture around too for for back in the day from when the everybody said the GameCube was kiddie. It was a picture of probably like 50 or so games, all the M-rated games for the GameCube, all stuck next to each other. And anytime somebody said it was kiddie, I'll just post that picture there and say, "Really?"
It was purple with a handle on it. So
I was lucky enough not to get that one at launch. I got the black one.
I had to get that one. That's why I got 4
I
of them
actually
now
like the
because
purple one, and I still do have the purple one.
I got 2 purple ones.
I still wanted the legendary
I
red
got a
one.
new one. My niece lost mine. I don't know how that happened.
You know what's funny?
How can you lose
Back
a
at
system?
back at the Pokemon Center, before it became Nintendo World, I think I remember seeing like the Pokemon transfer machine that you can actually get like unique and special Pokemon for gold, silver, and crystal, and that stuff. I think I saw like inside those machines consists of a green or orange GameCubes, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Japanese one.
Yeah, and the green one. Well, the green one here were developer machines.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Let me ask you a question, guys. On a not necessarily Nintendo / Microsoft / Sony front, what do you think of the co-founders of Criterion leaving the company, Alex Ward and Fiona Spurry?
I find it interesting.
They're not Criterion anymore.
Yeah,
the co-founders.
I'm like so.
Yeah, but the co-founders have left EA, and I'm just telling you right now, I think this would be a good time for Nintendo to start busting out that wallet.
Yep.
Snatch them up.
Burnout 4.
Scoop them up.
They got the money for it.
Burnout 4.
Unlike Sony.
Burnout 4. Burnout 4 exclusive for Wii U. And watch the.
No, that wouldn't work because they don't own the IP. They don't own the
While we're on
IP.
it, was the first Burnout EA game? It was.
I think it was Acclaim.
It was Acclaim, right?
I think so.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
I love that one because it was just it didn't have the acclaim. Pun intended. It didn't have the acclaim that most games get. It was just so good. It was just it didn't have licensed cars and none of that stuff. And I still really enjoyed that one, probably way more than some of the recent ones. So.
I'm telling you right now, if they don't get snatched up, I would like to see them go indie and do something like join the Project Cars team.
Yeah.
Ooh,
that would
that
be
would be
nice.
nice.
Yeah, that'd be real nice.
Now, if they joined the Project Cars team, and we could see what they do with the Project Cars, that'd be interesting. Because like I said, I've been hearing a lot of good things about that particular racer. It's supposed to be like super realistic, real beautiful looking. I'm not sure as far as how the simulation goes, but the looks, like I said, looks crisp, beautiful across the board on all three platforms. They say.
I hope it doesn't pull an Aliens, Clothing, Marines on us.
Don't jinx it.
Too soon.
Don't jinx it.
I have to say, I've been watching that game from the beginning. I'm getting worried, man. They canceled the Xbox and Xbox 360 and PS3 ones. I'm worried about that Wii U one right now.
Oh Lord.
They already talk about the Wii U version. And still on, they say that it will be the same core game, that the graphics compared with Xbox One and PlayStation 4 will be a little bit less, of course, but everything that they're going to add on the gamepad will be better than those two versions.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what scared me. I heard that same talk out of Aliens, Colonial Marines, how it was going to be better because of the gamepad.
Yeah.
That's the same stuff. That's the exact quote that got me scared.
But it was better. It didn't make it there.
Here's the messed up part. Imagine if they follow through and actually make the game.
Yeah.
Then
I'd be happy.
No. Then that would make me even more ticked off at that whole Aliens Colonial Marines crew. Gearbox is getting even more mad at them.
That ain't gonna happen.
Yep, give him more reason to say fuck you.
Slipped again.
Strike
Sorry.
You don't have to say your ass like the Prince.
Come on, if the Marines ain't swearing, you shouldn't be swearing.
That's what I'm saying. You got a Marine and an Army guy. Come on now.
I'm so sorry.
We'll have to put you in
I say,
timeout.
yeah, I would say screw them, screw Gearbox.
There we go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's better.
I'm so sorry.
I'm
sorry.
We're doing it for the children. We're doing it for the children.
The children.
But based on what T said, he was scared about that quote in particular. You see, the thing is, Gearbox is an established studio, right? Mm-hmm. So they can probably get away with stuff like that. Okay, they'll upset us, sure, but they can get away with that. I don't think the Project Cars team has the balls to talk up the Wii U the way they did, and then totally spit in our face that. I don't think they can do it.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen. It's just that quote, that exact quote is what got me thinking back those horrible times.
I will agree with some of the let's call it anti Nintendo people out there. Nintendo fans are some of the most vindictive people on the face of the earth. Okay, we're with you if you're talking us up. And the minute you turn against us, hellfire, man, hellfire.
Ask Ubisoft about Rayman Legends.
Exactly.
No. As a matter of fact, why don't you ask Dennis Dyack?
Yeah.
But you know what?
He tried us, didn't he?
Ubisoft didn't just have us mad at them; they had their own employees mad at them.
Yeah, they were literally protesting.
At least it looked that way. I don't know about that. I felt like that was a little ploy there. I don't know. I wasn't too sure.
So I mean, it could turn out to be the way you're thinking. The worst case scenario. I personally hope it doesn't happen like that. But you got two things to worry about if you're planning on canceling a Nintendo game or a game for Nintendo: the money lost and the fan base being after your ass. Yeah.
We coming.
Yeah. Millions of videos.
Oh man, but like I said though, with a lot of these indie games that are coming out now, the expectations seem to be unfairly high with the indie studios as they are in comparison to the AAA's. People try to put them on AAA level. That isn't to say that whole entire issue with when I brought up Dennis Dyack, that whole Shadow of the Eternals thingy wasn't justified to sit up here and hammer them down for not following through with their whole entire completion of that title. You know what I'm saying? Even though they had 2 failed Kickstarters, they had some money come in aside from Kickstarter. They could have done something. They could have seeked outside funding or something, you know what I'm saying, and not, try to depend on the fan base to pay for it, but oh well.
Yeah. All they had to do
Don't have the drive.
was call Reggie.
Yo, I just don't trust that Dak dude, man. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have the best histories. Yeah, so.
Especially after a certain controversial article that I heard about.
Which article's that?
He had a phenomenal team, though.
I think I know which article you're talking about.
Yeah, the article that talked about the inner workings of one of the ex-employees that kind of basically blew the whistle on everything that happened in the background. How they would literally try to get a project greenlit that they hadn't even started on, things like that. They used the X-Men game, the funding that they got for that, to bankroll the other game they wanted to do out their pocket and stuff like that. It was kind of bad.
Their development cycles didn't. Two Human went from PS1 to like Xbox 360 before it.
Oh yeah, and it was on 3 discs. It was on 3 discs just for a demo at E3.
And I'm like, well,
and look how that game turned out.
Right, it wasn't awesome.
Same thing happened with Duke Nukem Forever.
Oh Lord, Duke Nukem Forever. That was
why do you even bring that up?
That was one major league, over a decade-long disappointment.
It wouldn't have been a disappointment if it actually came out 6 years ago, though.
Oh,
because everybody knew what to expect.
Yeah. I think shooters had gotten so much, beyond that game. By the time it came out, it just wasn't, it was too outdated at the time. So
yeah, I'm just telling you something right now. Like that whole Duke Nukem thing, they tried too hard to be Duke. You know what I'm saying? When you try too hard at something, you know what I'm saying? That's when you lose that magic, that je ne sais quoi.
I'm not even sure if that's the case. I think, I just think the character Duke Nukem worked for a certain era. I just don't think.
Yeah, it was that time.
He fits this era. It was
More
great
than
for the
that,
90s.
More than
It
that,
was cool
though,
back then, but now it just don't cut it.
It was more than just Duke's character that was wrong with that game. It was some of the mechanics in the game itself.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's where it started.
Yeah,
his character.
Yeah, I mean,
the game
didn't they have like you could take cover and recover like modern day shooters?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't work, man.
That doesn't work in Duke.
It doesn't work in Duke. That's not the way Duke was supposed to be played. And then he was limited to 2 weapons. That's not Duke. That's certainly not Duke.
No, that is not Duke. Especially not Duke.
So the game was flawed. It was fundamentally flawed.
They crippled him.
Yep.
But they keep bringing back Turok.
Oh
no! Leave it there. Leave it there.
They trying to revitalize Turok.
I think they did a lot of focus testing internally, and they had the wrong people testing it. They basically probably had people that have never played the original Duke Nukem playing that game, and they're like, "Hey, well, it has to have this, and it has to have active reload, and it has to have, you got to be a bullet sponge." Like, no, that's not.
Yeah, I bet that's what it was. A bunch of producers' heads bumping.
That's
the same exact people that would pan Zombie U.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the M-rated games for the Wii U at launch, by the way.
So
exclusive,
which I like.
Which was actually a pretty good survival horror game.
Yes, it is.
Yes, that's apparently marketed for kids.
Yeah, there you go.
And yeah, it's
certainly
not
has its flaws, but it was damn good, I thought.
And yet they're not gonna get a sequel.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Thank you,
but that way to bring the mood down.
Well, there was no real profit.
Okay, so while we're at a bummer where moods are concerned, I'll just take this opportunity to bring my topic, which is The PS4 is facing Blu-ray playback problems. Add that to the other problems. Okay, I'm not saying that no one ever is going to have problems with the console launch. I understand that there is a percentage that's acceptable. Please, let's not go down that road again.
Hold on, Zen, let me stop you real quick.
Yeah.
The PlayStation 4.
Who came up with the Blu-ray technology?
Sony.
Blu-ray technology?
They were on the consortium. They were part of the board.
What?
Exactly.
How do they have issues? And
I don't know. So that's just the thing. My question here is, what the hell happened to Q&A, man? What happened to testing these things, making sure that simple problems, or seemingly simple problems like this?
It's called Nintendo unveiled their system in 2011. We have to hurry.
They panicked.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, there are a lot of people going to listen to me and say, oh boy, there goes a Nintendo fanboy. He's messing up the other consoles again, trying to make the Wii U look better, blah, 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 blah.
I'm sorry. But if you make Blu-ray technology, you shouldn't have a problem with it.
Exactly. That's like Nintendo screwing up motion control.
Oh Lord.
No, that would be like Nintendo screwing up gameplay.
Well, we have these nice graphics.
Sorry, graphics don't make the game good.
Me,
am I totally wrong in assuming that when I buy a $100 product, I should get it out of the box functioning and be very secure in my knowledge that it will function for as long as I want it to?
No, it has to be 500.
All of us feel that way.
Yeah. I mean, but my whole question is, why doesn't the majority of people feel that way? I mean, there is the whole flag waving thing. I understand it has its place. It has its place. But when it comes to being a responsible consumer, this is crossing the line. So
we're in a new era of where gamers accept mediocrity and make excuses for it.
Broken gamers.
And on top of that, like most people aren't gonna know about it. Because you think IGN ain't gonna say something?
No.
You think GameSpot gonna say
but it's gonna be the most commented story.
And listen to what you just said, Zen. You said if you did a video on that, or making a comment on it, people would be upset at you for pointing out a flaw in something like that. I mean, what the hell is going on?
Only Nintendo can be the whipping boy.
Exactly. And we all forget one very important thing. A lot of these people ain't buying these consoles. Mommy and daddy are.
Yeah.
That actually
it ain't $500. It's mom and daddy $500.
That ain't hurting their pockets.
Even for them that don't purchase it, like, you got to think about the other people who do. Like, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't want the chance of me getting the console and then it having a problem like that where I can't actually use it.
Yep. I mean, that actually brings up a different question, a whole different situation, but totally related. It's like, sometimes I actually wish that I was known as a very neutral person, although I am, but I wasn't associated with any one product or brand publicly. And then I would announce these things. I just want to see, as a social experiment, what the reaction from the crowd, from those of the people who believe things like this and behave this way, what would they say? Because I find that even if you do find persons who are neutral, the way I'm trying to explain, there are people, depending on what you come in to say, they instantly try to group you up and say, oh, he says this, so he's an Xbox fanboy. Like, right away. They try to put you in a camp.
It can still work, though. Tokyo does it all the time.
Yeah.
He has a very unique system.
Yeah, he but it works on his temper. He has too many knee-jerk videos.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
But when he sets up people, when he does a video and he sets up people, it works every single time. Sure. And he's like, "Oh, this footage was from Wii U." And y'all
that Assassin's Creed thing.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Or how about that Mario Kart doesn't have online?
Yeah. So my basic question is, why does someone who's pointing out a problem with a mass market product have to be associated with the enemy, so to speak, because they're telling you about it. They're trying to help you. They're not trying to mislead you. Why is it you're thinking this way?
Because the apologists, accusers, and damage control accusers are usually the biggest perpetuators of damage control and apologies.
Hey, we're already all of us are pigeonholed now just for being on this podcast.
Oh, there you go. It's automatic, dude.
Like I haven't even started my channel yet, and I already know all of my comments are gonna be like, "Oh, he's damage control."
He's an Nintendo.
Yep.
Whatever he says is damage control.
I'm sorry you guys had to be associated with this podcast, and now you get stuck as being known as a Nintendo and etc. and whatnot.
You don't have to apologize to me, man. My goddamn channel name is Ninzendo. Take the damn hints.
Yeah. All you gotta do is look at my intro. I'm already.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of people are going to sit up here and act like that's necessarily a bad thing, but come on now.
Hey, if it bothered me, I wouldn't do it.
dude, that was like back in the day when jamming to music like the King of Rock and all that, when they would, Run DMC had that song, The King of Rock.
Yeah.
When they sit up here and Down with the King. Remember that song Down with the King when they came out late in the day? You know what I'm saying? That's like basically criticizing them for sitting up here and bringing old school back. I mean, that's what Nintendo does. That's all Nintendo does is bring old school back. And so all of us old school gamers, the reason we gravitate towards Nintendo is we miss gaming the old-fashioned way.
You actually reminded me of something, man. This whole trying to put people in camps based on what they happen to enjoy. So I go on YouTube and I'm listening to I can't even remember what song it is now, but it was a modern song, right? Modern rap. So I leave a comment. I'm like, okay, this beat is cool. This song is cool. Lyrics make okay sense and all that. This dude comes up here and is like, people like you are the problem. You like the wrong types of music. You don't like old school. I'm like, dude, hey, I love old school, man. I just happen to like this song as well. Others as well, but you get my point.
People just want to argue on YouTube for no reason.
I know a good song that reminds me of. It reminds me of Madcon's version of Begging You that sat up there and did a remake of that whole Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons song, Begging.
That's
a fine example of how a lot of people you see are one camp sitting up here and arguing, and then you have a lot of people acting like Mankind was the first one that came out with Begging.
They don't know the history, man. It's just funny.
I mean, people, I'm a music lover. I love all genres of music, yes, and that means even dubstep. So
then I want to argue with you on YouTube, B. Then I'm going to argue with you on YouTube. You can't like it.
Exactly. I hate it, so you must hate it too. If you don't hate it, you're a part of the problem, and that doesn't.
I actually love a lot of types of music too, Zen.
Yeah.
No. You can't have that. You can't have variety.
No, you gotta be You gotta be eclectic, man. Come on.
In fact, the one genre I do happen to like as well is pop music.
Okay.
Right there, see, that's a problem. You are part of the problem.
Yeah, you
He likes pop music. That's it, blasphemer.
Man. Went over an entire time.
I like pop music, old and new, but I prefer.
And see, that is why you are part of the problem.
Yeah. Dude went over an entire tirade. He's like,
I almost left YouTube because of that type of nonsense, honestly.
Yeah. You're the reason why, songs from Tupac and Biggie are not popular anymore. These people like you're a problem.
Don't Tupac got like 2 more albums supposed to come out this year?
Yeah.
I can't hate on him. At least everything that he likes, he could play at work without getting in trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
Put it this
Top
way.
100. That reminds me, that gave me an idea. That gave me something to tell you something after the podcast.
Alrighty.
All right, word. Cool.
Okay,
but
that'll work.
I do want to say something about the previous topic before. Sony's having trouble with the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
That reminds me, it's funny because Brodio made a video that Sony has been. Yeah, Brodio. He made a video that Sony has been blocking like their own movies on the Xbox One's Blu-ray drive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I saw it. It was taken down too. Like Brodio took it down. This is strange. I saw it.
That doesn't seem too strange if it's true.
I was gonna say Brodio taking something down is strange.
If it's true, then I'm gonna tell you right now that doesn't seem
Sony,
too strange.
but I can't bring it up tonight.
Well, I just saw the video before he took it down. Like I can't even believe in my eyes. It's like he put in Finding Nemo on the Xbox One, and that worked. but whenever the Sony made movies that he put in, it wouldn't work. It says it's mismatched content ID, some bullshit. I said bull.
Okay.
Bull. I almost slipped.
Well, to be honest,
Catch yourself.
that's the
You always have
way.
to put $1 in the jar.
That's the way HTTP is supposed to work, though. So if that way, content creators can lock stuff to the HDMI port at any time. So that stuff to include Blu-ray drives because they have it built on the firmware. So you could try to watch something, or you could try to bootleg a Blu-ray, and at the request of the developer at any time, it could be blocked.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably doing that because they don't want you to capture in Blu-rays on that one.
Yeah, that's like that whole entire thing, like how HOPOGs don't work with the PS3.
Right.
Unless you use that little adapter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because of the whole HDCP type thing protection. For those of us who've captured gameplay in the past, yeah, we're familiar with that.
Yes, it's not fun.
Yeah. Okay. Anywho, well, if anybody has any other topics, if not, we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. And
Okay.
Actually, go ahead.
So I got one that's real simple.
Okay, real simple. Good. I like simple.
It's just a quick question. I know this might elicit a little bit of thought, but try to keep it short.
Okay.
What? I'm going to do mine first when I after I ask this question. But what older TV show that was really interesting to you back in the day would you like to see made with today's technology, but let's say like Gen 4 or 5 creativity? I got mine. I'm going to give you a hint to it. I got it right here.
Okay, I got a good one, simple one for
just
you,
listen
only because it would work as a 3D platformer perfectly.
Yeah, but just
Inspector
listen to
Gadget.
this. Just listen real quick. This is mine.
TV show to game, is that what you're saying? Old TV show to a game?
I knew it. I guessed it. I called it.
Nice.
I called
nice.
it. I called it before you even played it.
That would be
You knew what it was?
Damn, I did it.
I called it. I said Inspector Gadget.
That'd be a
Before you played
great
the song.
game if they do it right.
No, but tell me that
the
would-
mind reader.
Got that right.
Tell me you wouldn't want to play something like that.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, that would be great. An Inspector Gadget game?
I mean, the one on Super Nintendo, granted, was good, but to be able to see it like with that level of creativity that they used back then in today's tech to make it a full 3D and like detective story, but at the same time you actually play it how it played out in the show, that would be awesome.
I got one.
That game should definitely work on the Wii U, especially if you utilize the
Would be
gamepad.
awesome because all his gadgets should be on the sub. Yep.
Exactly.
I got one right now. Jurassic Park.
Oh,
Yes.
Jurassic Park. I can
Yes.
I mean, it's not a
I
TV
agree.
show, but drop you
It's
in the
a
middle of
movie.
that world and you got to
know
run with
what?
dinosaurs.
We'll
That
let
Sega
one
Genesis one was
slide.
pretty
It's a
good.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were, but I get his point.
But yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously.
Ooh. I'm not sure if I told everyone about this. I told very few people about this. But remember the time that there's an article that's saying that there's going to be a controversial upcoming Wii U game that's going to make more shockwaves than Bayonetta 2? Well, I got that. This is staying on topic though. On certain like TV shows, right? Even though this one is like the most recent show. Okay. What if, right? And I know this from the Brony community because there is like Bronies who happens to not be a big fans of Nintendo. So what if there is a My Little Pony game in the style, in the gameplay sense of Zelda, right? A My Little Pony game that's like Zelda, that's only exclusive for Wii U.
Yeah, but
You put My Little Pony on Wii U, you might as well start shoveling dirt on the Wii U. It's all over for us. That's gonna be in every video. My Little
Folks
Pony.
but we would never hear the end of that.
Never hit it.
no. Why not Sony? Because then the marketing writes itself.
Wow.
Nice. That would, yeah, that's.
Oh, yo, that's classic.
That's a good one.
I'm sorry, man. That was just too easy. That was too easy. But, you know, for me, I'll be honest with you, a classic 80s show that I would love to see made into a modern-day game would be simple. V.
V.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
V. That one with the, remember the Visitors? Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, that.
Oh, that would be classic.
Yes.
Classic sci-fi 80s style. As a matter of fact, you could go for that that whole Blood Dragon style like they had. You know what I'm saying? That Far Cry Blood Dragon type of 80s vibe, that little kitsch to it. Oh, Lord. That would be something else. That is one thing I would love to see. Something that would be a throwback to the 80s TV shows and whatever, going full-blown balls to the wall all out, just like they did Blood Dragon. Blood Dragon was very good, by the way.
I got one more.
Uh-huh.
Robotech.
Oh, Macross for the win.
Anything with robots. Anything with mechs in it.
There you go. Macross for the win. That's what I'm talking about right there. That right there is a classic.
Oh, how about this is a 90s cartoon. How about a Gargoyles game?
Gargoyles would be interesting.
The Super Nintendo game. They had Super Nintendo game, right?
Super Nintendo game.
Yeah, it came out around the same time as Dark moved up.
Hey, at least Jonathan Frakes would be able to get work again.
Yeah, but like a brand new.
What about the somewhat satisfied? Huh?
Yeah.
I didn't hear what.
Say again?
Okay. Hey, I was gonna say maybe to somewhat satisfy the Dude Bros have like a remade version of G.I. Joe. That way you get to run around and blow stuff up.
Okay, I can see, but you know what? Keep it 80s though. That way it's cheesy.
And nobody hits nothing.
No, that's what I'm saying. The original G.I. Joe cartoon.
With nobody hitting nothing.
Oh,
it's pretty obvious. It should be. My pick would be the 18.
Gee, why would that be?
That'd be a real-time squad-based type RPG.
No doubt about it.
I would love to see the Silverhawks.
Oh,
Silverhawks!
Wow.
Partly mental, partly real.
Wait, how about? I know there might be games of this one too, but a new He-Man game.
Yeah.
A He-Man game.
Mickey, you've been quiet for a minute. What throwback game? What throwback show would you like to be seen made into a game?
Adventures of the Gummy Bears.
Oh, okay.
They'll bounce all over the place. It would be fun.
Yeah,
bouncing here and there and everywhere.
No, you did. Gummy berry juice.
Oh Lord.
That was my show. That was my show.
I unfortunately saw the recent Robot Chicken skit, and I have been scarred for life.
I'll have that saved on my DVR. I need to watch it.
Oh man, it's hilarious.
Oh man, all this talk of old shows, man. Well, not so old, but I was reminded of Galaxy Rangers.
Oh, Galaxy
Rangers. Oh.
Oh Lord. Let me see. What about Black Star?
I was gonna say Saber Rider and the Star Sheriffs.
Well, hell, what about every show from my childhood? How about that?
Yeah.
Bring them all.
Oh Lord.
Voltron.
You know, for all those
Centurions.
Oh, Power Extreme.
Power Extreme.
GoBots.
GoBots.
Wow, I forgot about those.
That's when you couldn't afford Transformers. GoBots.
Like the welfare version of Transformers.
Yeah, basically.
Yep.
Oh Lord.
Mask.
I was gonna say.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Well, command is spelled with a K.
That was
what
creepy.
have I done to you people?
I was trying to come up with another throwback show, but since there's so many throwback shows back in the 80s that had their own video games, it's like I'm pretty much stumped.
Oh Lord. No. Hold on.
Punky Brewster.
No, what about Fraggle Rock?
You the game.
You can always have Fraggle Rock.
Oh, Fraggle Rock. Okay, Fraggle Rock will work. Fraggle Rock will work as an RTS.
Yeah, that'd be a good adventure game.
Fraggle Rock. We couldn't afford HBO back then.
Wait, how about something from the 90s, like
Yeah, but 90s have been done to death. That's the thing. That's why we're going 80s.
Oh, 80s. Oh,
That's why we're
okay.
going 80s. We're going 80s because that's a lot harder to place.
Oh, actually, now that you brought that up, well, I have spoken to this with the. This is back to that whole My Little Pony game, right? This will have like a little throwback to the old 80s My Little Pony. Remember that? That there was like an 80s My Little Pony show?
Well, I was
I didn't
Brody
watch
even
that.
back then, so.
Dude, I didn't
I
watch
do because that's what I used to play with.
All right, there you go. Representation.
Hey,
I've played My Little
combines-
Ponies.
It combines the G4 MOP from today and
You know what?
combines with the 80s.
You know what?
They have
Get
Joey
all
there
that.
for
All
Like
that.
Turtles Forever.
Get all that.
Like that Turtles
Hey,
Forever
Clear
movie.
beer, son.
Hey
Clear
guys,
beers.
hey guys, we might as well get ready to wrap it up before we go any further. And
I
then we
gave
can
you
sit
got
up here-
too good a subject to play with, I think.
That's what I'm saying. Otherwise, we'll be here all night. So we might as well get ready to wrap it up, all right? And then we continue on next week. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
Perfect.
fine.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
Alrighty then. Okay, so we're gonna go wrap it up, and starting from my left over here, going. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna work it over here from my right to my left. We're gonna start off with the Zen Gamer. Do your thing, Zen. Do your sign off, man.
Yep, been good, guys. For all my viewers, shameless plug for the win. Go check out the Zen Gamer Zone. If you're not over there, then something's obviously wrong with you. All the cool kids are over there. New things coming, new segments. So, yeah, I'm out. Peace out.
Alrighty then. And up next, we got Vicky Victoria, the quiet one.
It's been fun as always. You can check me out at fangirlreview.com. Come on by.
Alright, up next, we got Shadow Fox. Tobias, do your thing.
Like I said, Shadow Fox Prime, Shadow Fox Infinite, it is now approaching. So be aware of content. I have unboxing for technology and all kind of stuff coming up, and some pretty interesting articles and discussions that I would like to bring forth. So you will see it soon, and also stop by purevideogames.net.
Alrighty. And up next, we got Rashidi. Rashidi, do your thing. And Rashidi's
He's
quiet.
doing it.
So it's just real. Infinite Maelstrom. Damn, this whole time. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
got you.
Alright, cool. Infinite Maelstrom, Arknight 880, just being real. I'll keep something up soon enough. Good broadcast. Talk to you later.
Alrighty then. And up next, we got Mr. T.
Hit up, fools. Mr. T here. Had a great time as always. Go ahead and check out my channel. I got a new video up causing a little controversy, but most fools get it. And just,
Yep.
you know, do you. Be you. All right.
Alrighty. And up next, we got Mr. Fleming. Mr. Fleming, do your thing, Mr. Fleming.
All right, we had another good podcast tonight. Gamer Cafe will be going online this Thursday, so be on the lookout for the first episode of that, and we will see you next time.
Alrighty, and up next we got Andre, aka Letters. Sorry about confusing your name. I got so many people tag all over here in my circles. It's ridiculous that I got it confused.
It's
Go ahead,
okay,
Andre.
look.
Don't
It
forget about
happens.
me.
But it happens. But yeah, Andre of GBGINU. I'm going to shamelessly plug this. Please vote for me in the Wii U Pitch for Wii U contest. The last 3 days are from now until the 8th. So come on, pitch for me, people. I mean, not pitch for me, vote for me.
Everybody's got a brain fart tonight. Up next we got Gilligan Stash. Gilligan, do your thing.
All right, I'm glad to be back again. And if you guys have a Facebook account, you can come join my group called the True Nintendo Fans. And I will promise myself I will control my French.
Okay. And your Spanish too.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
Spanglish, so I can't speak Spanish as well.
Okay, and up next we got El Bambi 1977, aka Gaming 101, aka Nintendo 101, aka The Metal Gamer. You're trying to get more names to Gamer Nate now, huh?
Yep. Well, it was a pleasure. Like it a lot. Have fun. Like you say, El Bambi 1977. Know on YouTube as the Metal Gamer now. Go guys, check my page, and I hope that I can be here next week again.
Alrighty. And then finally, we got myself, QMC, Quan Manchu, the Q-Man, getting ready to sit up here and sign off and wrap it up for the Gamers at Large podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and as I always say, whatever's clever.